Everyone, what's going on? Calamity here to bring you another episode of the Anything Goes podcast. Today we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot of NBA news. We have MLB opening day, and we have some entertainment news. Gonna go over the Falcon and Winter Soldier episode 2. So at the end of the episode, if you guys haven't seen it, don't watch, don't listen. You know the drill. A little bit of NFL news. Let's see. Yeah, but I got predictions for MLB. I got my predictions for the MLB. Who will win the World Series? What teams will finish where in the division? That kind of stuff. MVPs, not quite sure who I'm gonna pick. So I might lean one way towards the end of the episode, but we'll see. So we're gonna start right away with NBA. So, last episode was right before the trade deadline for the NBA, which probably unfortunate timing on my part. I probably could have done it on Friday and just waited till the day after. But so there were some trades that happened after the episode was recorded. So some of those trades were one of those trades was Nikola Vucevic from the Magic was traded. He got traded to the Bulls with Alfred Camino. They got traded to the Bulls for Otto Porter, Wendell Carter Jr., and 2 first-round picks. And Vucevic played really well in his first game with Chicago. Definitely helped out that Bulls team. Moved him up a little bit more in the East. Probably not going to win a title or make a deep playoff run, but definitely made them better. My Celtics, made a trade. It wasn't a big trade, but it was they traded for Evan Fournier and they got rid of 2 second-round picks. Sorry. So good trade for them. I mean, he's helped out so far, so I'm okay with it. Celtics still aren't playing very well right now, but it is what it is. The Pistons trade Dylan Wright to the Kings for Corey Joseph and 2 second-round picks. The Hawks trade Rajon Rondo to the Clippers for Lou Williams and 2 second-round picks. This was a big trade right here. Aaron Gordon traded to the Nuggets for Gary Harris, RJ Hampton, a first-round pick. Gordon wanted out, and Nuggets definitely improved their team with him there. And he actually came out and played really well in his first game for the Nuggets. He's wearing number 50 now in honor of his most 50s at the dunk contest. And kind of rubbed that in Dwayne Wade's face because he didn't give him a 10 on one of his dunks. But anyway. Raptors trade Norman Powell to the Blazers for Gary Trent and Rodney Hood. Let's see here. Let me move my mic a little bit closer because I feel like it's probably not going to register my voice very well. Then we got, let's see, so we went over that one. Cavs and Andre Drummond agreed to a buyout, and then he signed with the Lakers. Houston trades Victor Oladipo to Miami for Avery Bradley, Kelly Olynyk, and a 2022 pick swap. This trade, pretty much, I don't get it with Oladipo why he gets traded so much. I like Oladipo as a player. I know he's had some injury history, but he's still a good player, and I don't know, he just can't find a home. Hopefully he stays in Miami for a while, maybe the rest of his career. I don't know. I mean, Houston got a good defender in Avery Bradley. Pretty good shooter with him and Kelly Olynyk. And they swapped 2022 picks. So, I mean, it was a fair trade. I mean, Oladipo hasn't really lived up to my expectations anyways of him. I think he's a much better player than he's been playing. But it's just weird to me. I think Oladipo's a really good player, and he just gets traded around like he's nothing. Then we got LaMarcus Aldridge and the Spurs agree on a buyout, and he then signed with the Nets, so making the Nets that much better. Clippers signed DeMarcus Cousins, and this is kind of college basketball related, but UNC coach Roy Williams retires. He retires with 3 national titles, 33 years as a coach, 400 wins at 2 different schools, 2007 Hall of Fame inductee, and 903 wins, making it 3rd all-time on the list. It's a very impressive stat from him as a coach. A really great coach for UNC for a long time. Kind of sucks to see him go, but I mean, kind of expected at the same time. He's getting up there in age. NFL. We got Malcolm Butler signs with the Cardinals for a 1-year deal. Carlos Dunlap agrees to re-sign with the Seattle Seahawks. Leonard Fournette re-signs with the Bucks. Dolphins trade number 3 pick to San Francisco for pick number 12. A 2021 third-round pick and first-round picks in 2022 and 2023. Crazy. Dolphins are getting a crazy amount of picks in the next few years. Then they made another trade. The Eagles trade their 6th pick to Miami. So Miami moved from 3 to 12 and then traded their 12th pick to go to pick number 6. So they traded their pick 12, a 2022 first-round pick, and they swapped mid-round picks of this year. So Miami's making some moves. I don't really know what their plan is here, but if you're a Dolphins fan, you got to be excited for the future because they got a lot of draft picks. I don't know. So they're pick 6 now. I'm trying to think of who I had around pick 6 that they might try and get. I mean, they may. No, I think they're good on wide receivers now. Honestly, I mean, they don't have the best, but they don't have the worst. I don't know. Maybe they could go with a lineman to protect Tua a little bit more. I don't know, but they made two trades right there, and they got a whole lot back in return. Sammy Watkins signs with Baltimore Ravens. Steelers signed Kalen Ballage. 17-game regular season will begin next year, and Tyler Lockett signs a 4-year, $69 million deal with the Seahawks, so he stays in Seattle. Obviously, the big thing there is a 17-game regular season. Will start next year, which is very interesting. A lot of players aren't really too happy about that, but all it does really is take away a preseason game and adds a regular season game. I don't really see the huge deal in it. I get that players can get injured, but they could have got injured in a preseason game. It's not like we're keeping it 4 preseason games and adding another regular season game. So I don't know. It's a tricky situation, but they agreed to it, so it is what it is now. Now we got entertainment. Sony is developing a Ghost of Tsushima movie. Really good game. Haven't finished it yet, but would be very cool to see for a movie. Sylvester Stallone will voice King Shark in Suicide Squad. George R.R. Martin signs a 5-year deal with 8 figures with HBO. Will serve as a producer for any Game of Thrones content that comes out, and he'll create new content for them. Spider-Man No Way Home is wrapped filming. Black Adam will release July 29, 2022. Russell Crowe joins the cast of Thor Love and Thunder for Secret Role. That'll be interesting to see what he is. My guess, I don't know. I could see him because Christian Bale is the villain in there. I could see him being maybe like some sort of like part of like the backstory to Christian Bale's character, or I could see him being maybe another actor in like their play scene that they're gonna have. So I don't know what's gonna happen there. Warner Brothers is developing a Thundercats movie. Interesting. Star Wars is The Bad Batch will release May 4th, 2021 at 70 minutes an episode. The Last of Us starts filming in July. Venom 2 will release September 24th, 2021. Knives Out 2 starts filming in June, and Netflix buys Knives Out 2 and 3 for $450 million, so it'll be exclusive to Netflix. Uncharted will now release February 18th, 2022. That's really all the entertainment news we have. And now we go into the MLB. We have one contract thing to go over, and then we have some scores to go over for opening day, which actually I believe... There we go. Let me fix that real quick. All right. So, and then we're going to go into my predictions. So, here we go. Francisco Lindor and the Mets agree to a 10-year, $325 million deal, making him the shortstop of the franchise. Then we have scores. The Yankees beat the Toronto Blue Jays. The Blue Jays beat the Yankees 3-2 in 11 innings. Detroit Tigers beat the Cleveland's baseball team. I don't know what they're technically called right now. 3-2. Milwaukee wins in a walk-off 6-5 over Minnesota. Pittsburgh beats the Chicago Cubs 5-3. Philadelphia Phillies beat the Atlanta Braves 3-2. San Diego Padres beat the Arizona Diamondbacks 8-7. St. Louis Cardinals beat the Cincinnati Reds 11-6. Crazy game there. Tampa Bay beats Miami 1-0. Kansas City beats Texas 14-10, and Kansas City had to come back from a big deficit there. Colorado beats the Dodgers 8-5 in a weird showing from Clayton Kershaw. Those are the scores from opening day. There was 2 games postponed. The Nationals game was postponed. I forget who they were supposed to play. And the Red Sox game got postponed due to weather. I think the Nationals game was postponed because of a COVID-19 test or close contact, something like that. So yeah, these are my division standings, how I think they're going to finish the end of the year. I'm going to start with the AL East because that's where my Red Sox are. We got the Blue Jays, then we got the Yankees, then we got the Red Sox, then we got the Orioles. So I think that's how it's going to play out. I think the Red Sox may be able to take the Yankees out of second place, and I also think that even if the Red Sox don't, excuse me, even if the Red Sox don't take out the Yankees for second place, I still think they may make the wild card. Don't see much competition really coming out of any of the other divisions. I mean, maybe the AL West, but I don't really know. I got to factor in what the playoff structure is because I forget how many wild card teams are in each division. If there's only one, I can see them getting in, but if there's 2, they're definitely getting in. But like I said, if there's only one wild card spot, I would think it's either going to be them or maybe even Seattle, but we'll get into that in a minute. AL Central, I got the White Sox winning that division. Kansas City's right behind them. Then Detroit, and then Minnesota, and then Cleveland. The AL West, I have Oakland, then I have the Angels, and then I have Seattle, and then Houston, and then Texas. And I think, honestly, the last wild card spot is going to be between, it'll be Yankees fighting for all the wild card spots. It'll be Yankees, Red Sox, Angels, and Mariners, I think. So that's what I think. I don't know. I don't think Houston's going to be that good this year, even though they played pretty well yesterday, despite being hit by pitches and booed and everything, which rightfully so. But yeah. So NL side, NL East, we go to we got the Mets. The Mets winning that division. Then we got Philadelphia, Washington, Atlanta, and Miami. In the Central, we have St. Louis, Pittsburgh, Milwaukee, Cincinnati, and the Chicago Cubs. NL West, I have the Dodgers, the Padres, the Giants, the Rockies, and the Diamondbacks. And there, I think San Diego's probably going to have that wild card spot, and if there's 2, Philadelphia will be the other team. And I think those are going to be 2 guaranteed wild cards if they don't win their division. And then for World Series, let's see. I know a lot of people are picking the Padres to come out of the NL, but I think the Dodgers are going to be back there. Could be Dodgers, could be Mets maybe. I'm going to go with Dodgers there. And then I'm going to go with... Oh, man. AL's hard. I'm going to go with I gotta stare at my list until I can think of this. Think. You know what? I'm gonna go Blue Jays as kind of a surprise pick. I'm gonna go Blue Jays, Dodgers, and I'm gonna pick the Dodgers just because they have more experience. Blue Jays don't really have a whole lot of experience in the playoffs. I do think that their talent will get them to the World Series, but I think it's going to be Blue Jays, Dodgers. And if it's not the Blue Jays, I'm going to say the Yankees, but I think it's going to be Blue Jays. Blue Jays, Dodgers, and Dodgers win it. That is going to be my standings right there. And then, let's see, Rookie of the Year. Pretty sure they have one in each division. Man. I actually don't know. Pretty sure there is. There's AL Rookie of the Year, and then there's NL Rookie of the Year. Same thing with Cy Youngs and MVPs. So, Rookie of the year for the AL, I'm gonna go Bobby Dahlbeck just because he's a Red Sox and he's a Red Sox and he's been playing crazy right now. I think he can continue to do that in the regular season. And I think the NL Rookie of the Year, I think honestly, just based off of yesterday, I think it's gonna be Dylan Carlson. I think he's gonna be really good for the Cardinals. I think those are gonna be your two rookies. MVPs, I'm gonna go with. I don't know who I'm gonna go with in the NL. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna say NL MVP, Mookie Betts. Just because he's my favorite player, but he also has one MVP before over Mike Trout, which he doesn't. If he's in the NL now, he doesn't have to deal with Mike Trout. I think it's gonna be Mookie, and then AL. I'm gonna go with. So since I have the Blue Jays going to the World Series, I think a big part of their team is going to be Vladimir Guerrero Jr. So I'm going to go with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. AL MVP. Boom. Those are really the only two awards that I'll go over. World Series MVP. I'm gonna go with Mookie again, since I have them winning it. I think that's Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's the last thing we got to go over. So second episode of that again. If you haven't seen it, don't listen, don't watch, turn it off, do your thing. It probably won't take me that long, 5-10 minutes maybe. So come back in 5-10 minutes, see what I say, and then come back, do whatever. Let's see, Falcon Winter Soldier episode 2. It was another good episode. I liked it. Had some good moments. Bucky and Sam are back together again, kind of. Even though Sam doesn't really want Bucky around. They do their counseling kind of session, which was really funny. Which I was kind of begging for that to happen because I knew it was gonna be funny. Which it definitely was. Let's see. And then they meet Captain America, the new one, and don't welcome him with open arms, obviously, which no one does. Even fans just watching the show. It's nothing against the character. It's just once you see Steve Rogers as Captain America and Chris Evans as Steve Rogers, it's kind of hard to see someone try and emulate that, which he's not trying to be Steve Rogers, but there's really nothing special about him. They said he tested highest in all the stuff that you can test in, physically and mentally and everything like that, which is good. Obviously, that helps with being Captain America, but Captain America was also a super soldier, so he could do things that this new Captain America can't. And it's just there's really, like I said, there's really nothing special about him. And if he was trying to go up against Thanos or something, he'd be squished like a bug. And which I know Captain America didn't really fare too well against Thanos anyways, but he held his own. And especially in Endgame, was kind of kicking ass for a little while. But I don't. I understand why they're doing it, I think, because they're setting it up to be something else. Because he won't be Captain America for very long, I don't think. I think Sam's going to take the reins from that. And then I think they have their replacement in Falcon as well. But yeah, I don't see him lasting very long as Captain America, the new one. So we'll see. Supposedly I think he's going to come back and other stuff. But he won't be Captain America, I don't think. It's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see. Excuse me. Oh my god. It's going to be interesting to see how the rest of the show plays out with all these characters and how it concludes and what it leads into, honestly, because we're still waiting on Black Widow, which is supposed to take place before any of this, so which is going to throw off the timeline a little bit, just for people that are not necessarily into Marvel, but like will watch it. Like I can say, like my wife, if I try and have her watch it, she's gonna be all confused with the timeline, so I have to wait. I'm gonna wait until it comes out and then kind of show it to her in the timeline that's supposed to be shown. She's not really like, she likes Marvel. Like her favorite things I think so far has been WandaVision. She's more into like that kind of stuff, but she'll watch it. I mean, she's not like a huge fan of it, like a diehard fan or anything like that. Like kind of like I am. I don't even want to say I'm a diehard fan, but I love Marvel. But I'm just not. I'm not as knowledgeable, I guess, is the right word I'm looking for, as like to what characters are who and everything like that. I don't know all the characters. I don't know like I said before, I know DC characters more than I know Marvel characters, but for whatever reason, honestly, I don't even know why the reason is on that, but I think there's more diehard fans out there than me, and I'm not a diehard fan. I love Marvel, but I'm just not as knowledgeable as other people are. But it seems to be like, or it seems to me that this Captain America 2, let's call it, he will be back in future stuff. What he'll do, I don't know. He may work behind the scenes. He may just kind of, he may be kind of like Black Widow kind of was. I don't want to say there was nothing special about her, but like she didn't have super strength. She didn't have super speed. She didn't have, like any of this other stuff. She was just a really good fighter. Honestly, that's kind of what I think of her. That's what he could be. That might be his role. He might be the new Black Widow once they, kind of reintroduce the new Avengers or the Avengers or whatever they're going to be in the future now. That's kind of what I'm thinking, but you never know. With Marvel, they could do a complete 180 and do something completely different. He may stay Captain America. Who knows? Maybe Bucky will take over Captain America, which is what I would like, but you never know. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited for episode 3. Haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna watch it tonight. See what happens to Sam and all of them and Bucky, and see when Peggy's granddaughter, is it? Oh my god, I can't think of her. See, this is what I mean. I don't even know her name. I forgot her name already, and her name was brought up many times in episode 2. She was in Winter Soldier. She was, oh man, I can't think of her name, but can't wait for her to come back. And she looked pretty good in the trailer, like fighting wise. So we'll see. Excited to see when she comes back and see what she can do. See what this team, this like trio, does as a team against their villain so far, against Zemo. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you did. Follow on Twitter at TDG Calamity. And I will see you guys hopefully next week with another episode of the Anything Goes podcast, where we talk about anything at all. Really, mainly entertainment, sports, stuff like that, esports. So I'll see you guys next time.